Hello, this is Manuel York for the Leading People Follow-Up Program. And again, it's about reminding you of tools you already know. And you know this sequence, this conversation flow of observing, addressing, exploring. And today, I would like to focus on exploring. Exploring is asking questions instead of talking all the time. Have you ever had that situation that you had a conversation with someone and this person only talked and never asked questions about you? How did that feel? Well, probably you feel disconnected, and it somehow also hurts our self-esteem. So normally we respond with resistance to that. So exploring is asking questions. And why is that important? Remember the purpose story. It all starts with connecting. So we connect to people when we share who we are and what's on our mind. And we cannot read the mind of other people. We had this little experience that sometimes we can read the body language and facial expressions and somehow get an idea what's on the mind of a person. Sometimes we even are able to rephrase their inner dialogue. So that's something we can do. But overall, what's really inside of a person, we cannot see from the outside. So the only way to share is to ask questions and to understand what's on the mind of other people. So exploring is an important tool to connect, to start the process of the purpose story. And sometimes we don't know what questions we could ask. And here are these 3 magic questions. Questions about purposes, concerns, and circumstances. Everyone has purposes, something is important for them. Everybody has something on their mind, concerns, fears, thoughts. And we all are under certain circumstances, be them positive or kind of negative, full of obstacles, whatever. So we all have these. So if we ignore these 3 areas, purposes, concerns, and circumstances, we actually disregard the other person, and they will respond with resistance again. So by exploring these 3 areas, we allow the other person to self-reflect, to open up, and to share. And today I would like to focus on the positive side of a conversation. So let's assume someone responds to your request in a positive way. Then I would like you to test the tool in this particular scenario. You may wonder, why should I explore if the other person is positively responding? You know, sometimes we think that we only have to explore or create a deeper understanding of the other person if they show resistance or it's difficult to work with them. And good work then sometimes gets unnoticed. But what I would like you to do is to make sure that good work, good performance is not unnoticed. So let's assume someone responds in a positive way to you. What I would like you to test is then this conversation flow about observing, addressing, exploring. And that may sound like, wait a minute, before you leave the room, I would like to address something. We talked about a project and your response was positive. You asked questions, you kind of process the information and you take it from there. So I don't take that for granted. Thank you so much. It's very pleasant to work with you. And by the way, now that we are talking, I have a question. What is actually important for you? And then you take the conversation from there. Maybe you can also ask for their concerns, for their circumstances, and after a while, a whole picture of what's on the mind of that person is unfolding. And that deepens the connection, that brings the relationship to a higher level, and that again drives the purpose story forward. So for the next days, I would like you to find opportunities where people respond in a positive way to you, and you use the tool of exploring more to deepen the relationship and to understand more of the other person. So thank you for doing that. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. This is Manuel York for the Leading People Follow-Up Program.